Hey guys, Shio here. Welcome to my video of my showcase of Cherry Cookie on Cookie Run Tower of Adventure. So pretty much gear-wise, this is how I build her. You can easily switch out path of training if you're not doing raids with something, say like where was it? Something with say like oh yeah, patrol time for Durian, or you can also run Piercing Light with Cherry because of the charge up attack. Duration attack increased by 59.5%. That's if you want to increase it. You can do those, but mostly gear-wise, you're going to be either going Fire Demon's Mask or Fire Demon's set, or the Ghost Captain set, which is the set that gives off, I believe, minus 20% elemental resistance to the enemy. But I prefer to run the fire set because I just like the extra damage, and I kind of play Cherry as a damage dealer. So the main problem with cherries, not the main problem with cherry, I find is that she has an abysmally low defense stat. So if you're going to be running this in raids, be sure to run her with extra HP on her on some of her pieces, because she's going to be getting one-shotted. That's the main problem with cherry, because most taggers in the game, or almost all taggers in the game, have a really low defense stat. Let me see if I can find. Let me see if I can find the other tagger. You'll see that most taggers in this game have a really low defense stat, and that's because taggers are normally used as you switch in, do your initial burst of skills, use your skill cooldowns, and then switch back to your DPS after tagging the enemy with that elemental tag. So if you're going to be running this in raids, be sure to dodge a lot and get ready to be yelled at. The main areas that you're going to be using Cherry in, I would say, is stuff like seasoning dungeon. What was it called again? Sorry. Play. Yeah, seasoning dungeons where it's like you're going to be running Hangster Hideout. You kind of need to use Cherry for Hangster Hideout because I'll show you right here. She is really good with her AoE ultimate because it literally lasts on the ground for a good 10 seconds, I believe. And that's going to be killing a lot of the monsters that are spawning. Now. The extra bit of news is like you also want to be running this in Ascensionite Mine. Cherry is really good on the seasoning dungeons because of her ultimate. And if you build her with damage, she's going to be getting rid of all these monsters really fast. So if you place your ultimate in front of the excavator, it's a good 10 to 15 seconds of defense for your that's a good 10 to 15 seconds of defense for your run, which is why it makes Cherry really good for Ascensionite Mine as well. Now the place that you also want to be using Cherry is Last Labyrinth. I will be showing you on chapter 1 of the Infinite Labyrinth on stage 2 what I do on that level. So pretty much you really want to use Cherry as so much as a DPS, as a tagger, as well as a DPS, because her damage is just crazy. When you switch out Cherry, be sure to switch out into your DPS, do damage, but Cherry is also really good. Now, I'll be showcasing a run with on raid that I did kind of poorly because I'll be honest with you, I'm not I need to learn how to dodge better. But when running raids with Cherry, especially on Shadow Monkey, Mala I personally think is going to do better in this raid because of her passive, where every time you hit a stack with one of your skills, or every time you hit the enemy with one of your skills, it reduces their fire resistance by 1% and can stack up 10 times. That's really good when paired up with, say, a Ghost Captain set, which reduces the enemy's elemental resistance by 20% when you have the full set. And it also, with the debuff amp, I think it increases it by a good 2% more. If you put on debuff amp, enough debuff amp, and what was it? It was the fact that Chili Pepper also goes really well with Mala, but then again, Chili Pepper also goes really well with Cherry. It's all about the fact that Cherry is also a really good unit in my opinion, but only in the seasoning dungeons, only in the labyrinth you're going to be using her. You're not going to be really using her in raids unless you want to play raids on hard mode, but you can use her in raids if you're really good with her. Now thank you so much for watching this showcase of Cherry. Thank you so much for watching. I'm going to be building more characters once I get the enemy's equipment built and the proper hidden stats on them. I'm going to be showcasing more cookies, but only until I get the proper gear and stats for them. I'm not going to be one of those people that just flat out brings out a showcase of a cookie without the best gear on them. I just refuse to do that because I'd rather bring out a video of a cookie with the best gear, so to say, or even almost the best gear, I should say, because there's some stuff on my Cherry that I could work on. There's a couple things I can work on. Is one of the things is I can get a better artifact by leveling up my piercing light artifact on Lemon Zest one more time, and I can also increase my my Fire Demon's legwear to have both attack percentages on it, or HP percentages. But thank you guys so much for watching. Peace.